The great Walt Disney said, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." In 2017, the Economic Development Coalition of Southwest Indiana entered into a partnership with Elevate Ventures to develop a culture and infrastructure of sustainable innovation and entrepreneurship in the Southwest Indiana region. We stopped talking and started doing the work within a trusted framework of successful entrepreneurs and angel investors. Joining us today is Steele, the entrepreneur in residence for Southwest Indiana. We'll find out about what services Elevate Ventures offers and the stories behind two local companies who embrace those offerings. Let's do this. So we hear a lot about Elevate Ventures, don't know a lot about Elevate Ventures. What is it exactly?
So Elevate Ventures is a venture development organization, and really we help entrepreneurs in two ways. One, through advisory services, really just helping them through the aspects of starting and scaling a business. And then we also have capital as well that we have at our disposal to potentially infuse to companies to really kick them up a notch and get them going.
So you can really start from concept, an idea, to actually execution then?
Yes, definitely. We have resources that really can help entrepreneurs at along each step of the way. So a lot of times I'll sit down with an entrepreneur and meet with them for an hour and kind of walk through and really see what their goals are in the venture. Are the resources that Elevate have more applicable to them, or something via the SBDC? And so really just looking at their model and what they hope to achieve, and figuring out a game plan to execute that idea and grow via possibly a capital infusion.
We've interviewed two companies in Southwest Indiana that Elevate Ventures has helped in different stages of their business and what they're doing. One of those is Curvo Labs, headquartered here in Evansville, with employees working globally. Let's take a look.
I'm Andy Perry. I'm co-founder and CEO at Curvo. Curvo is enterprise software as a service for the healthcare supply chain. So we make all of the tools and data and workflow and automation to power good work inside of a hospital's supply chain to help reduce costs and improve quality for their patients. So the idea for Curvo really came from the work experiences of the team and the company, and a lot of it from work I had done inside healthcare supply chain. We really got closer and closer to the patient and saw the gaps inside hospitals and the marketplace in doing good strategic supply chain management work. And it really gave rise to what we could do as a company to help make hospitals and their patients and communities better. Elevate Ventures got involved with Curvo very early in the process. It was great when we were just putting together the initial ideas for the company and getting some early beta customer input. Bob Meyer at Elevate was just really gracious about giving us pointers and meeting with me personally before we were ever raising capital, before we were had any kind of ask on the table or anything like that. Just Bob's guidance and pointers and feedback were extremely helpful for us when we were just knitting together the early part of the company. And then Elevate's been an excellent partner all the way through our fundraising and our growth and our progress, helping us with corporate governance issues, helping with making connections, and Bob has continued to serve as an observer on our board. So Elevate's just been an outstanding partner to Curvo.
Hey, that sounds like a great company, Eric. Curvo, based here in Evansville. That sounds rather technical. What kind of support did you provide for Curvo in particular to get them to where they are today?
Yeah, so Curvo Labs, when they came to us, it was really just an idea. And so we were able to help them out via some of our network. We were able to provide them with some advisors that had that specific expertise that could take their business to the next level.
So sometimes it's not cash that you're looking for in the very beginning, it's just helping them sort of work and massage the idea itself, and then providing some type of technical support for them to move forward.
Yeah, most of the businesses I'm working with, I start with advisory services, and it's really just working with them for months to years until they can really pull together a plan that warrants capital, and they can hit particular traction points that can show that they have something.
Next up, we're going to be talking with Pat Heck, who's with Motivating Systems, which was birthed out of another tech company here in Evansville, Lieberman Technologies. Very different kind of customer than Curvo, especially as they're dealing with technology and software. Let's hear about that as well.
At Motivating Systems, our mission is simple. We develop systems that help people motivate them to do their best. The genesis of our company really started inside of Lieberman Technologies back in the fall of 2014. In fact, it would be safe to say that we were kind of birthed out of Lieberman Technologies. We had an opportunity to develop a product for schools in the K-12 space to help them implement a program called PBIS. In fact, we called our platform PBIS Rewards, to help them manage a behavior framework that's become really popular across the country. At the heart, we're a technology company. We've developed 2 software as a service platforms that help companies motivate people to do their best. Our first and primary platform is PBIS Rewards, and we have schools in pretty much every state in the country. In fact, we have schools in 6 different countries. What we do is we help schools make their climate great for students to learn, grow emotionally, academically, and socially. So our primary market is K-12 schools in the United States, but we generally serve any workplace. In addition to PBIS Rewards, we have a product that's aimed at the workplace. It's called Workplace Rewards. In fact, most of our schools that are on PBIS Rewards, which they use to motivate their students, they also use Workplace Rewards to motivate their staff and teachers, and they've had great success with that. We also now make that available to other organizations of all different types. It's kind of worth describing the key concepts embodied in both PBIS Rewards and Workplace Rewards. The key concept is set expectations and be specific, and then recognize people for meeting and exceeding those expectations. In general, people tend to be good at being generic in what their expectations are, but we happen to be really good at recognizing when people don't meet our expectations. Instead, what we say is be specific about your expectations and recognize people when they meet and exceed those expectations. So I can kind of give some examples. Like in the school, our expectation might be generically, we want kids to behave in the hallway. But for some kids, that doesn't mean very much. We're also good at recognizing though when the kids aren't behaving in the hallway. So let's instead be specific. And so we might post signs that say, walk, be quiet, and go straight to your destination. And now we look for opportunities that catch the kids doing exactly that, and we thank them and recognize them for doing just that. It raises every kid up to that level at that point, and every kid can do that. Not every kid can be great at math, but every kid can follow those rules in the hallway. And schools then try to do a good job of setting those behavior expectations in every area of their school. So at the point we met Elevate Ventures, we were beyond the stage of proving that we had a product and we had traction. We really did have traction. We're selling to multiple schools across multiple states. But we were moving into that area where we wanted to scale our business. And so in scaling our business, we felt that we needed 2 things. One, we did need additional capital, but we also wanted an invested set of advisors, people to give us good direction as we were trying to do that. And Elevate was exactly this. So we could have found cheaper money. We could have found other sources of the capital. But going through the process of having to tell our story, hone our pitch, really dig into the details of our business plan and the numbers actually made us a much better company. In fact, we had one product that was aimed at the college market space that we decided to drop. That when we really looked at it with the details necessary to defend doing this product, to Elevate and the other investors, we realized that the cost was too high and the market opportunity was too small. It was just going to derail us from hitting the markets that we already knew were really good. So in kind of a side benefit that we hadn't expected, even just going through the process of talking to investors and Elevate Ventures made our company a better company.
Now we've seen 2 companies here in Evansville, very much different kinds of companies, though technology-based companies, where Elevate has helped them, Motivating Systems and Curvo. I mean, talk specifically about how do you take someone through the capital process where you start from the idea to actually then accessing capital as you want to grow this business?
Yeah, so Elevate has several programs in the region that offer different dollar amounts. And so we can do small dollar and capital infusions as low as $5,000 to $20,000, really just to test an idea and kind of get it off the ground. And then in those later stages, Elevate has a variety of mechanisms that can can infuse anywhere from several $100,000 to several $1 million to get that business going.
So I've got this great idea for a company. How do I get a hold of Elevate Ventures to help me through the steps?
Yeah, if you go to elevateventures.com, there will be a form that you can fill out, and that will, depending on your region throughout the state, will get directed to me or one of our other entrepreneurs in residence, and we'll reach out and schedule a call to kind of figure out what your needs are and what the best next steps are.
I want to thank Eric Steele for being with us today in Elevate Ventures, but I understand you have an event coming up of how to pitch your idea, and maybe tell us a little bit about that before we sign off.
Yeah, on March 12th, on the second floor of Innovation Point at 11:30, we have an event that we'll be talking about really how to put together a pitch. And if you do have an idea, that's a great first step to really pull together your business idea in a cohesive manner so you can share it with others.
March 12th, it's coming up. I think I have a couple really good ideas that I'm going to pitch to you. Thanks a lot, Eric. If you like what you see, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell, and you'll get notifications. Thanks again.